Geeta Mohan joining us, our Foreign Affairs Editor. Geeta, give us a sense of Prime Minister Modi, flagging off and sharing this SCO summit. India this time hosting the SCO summit. What's on the agenda?
Well, like Prime Minister Modi just spelled out, there are a lot of issues from trade, connectivity, climate change. But two very significant statements over here, Nabila. One is the fact that he spoke on cross-border terrorism without naming Pakistan. We can see in the visuals Shehbaz Sharif also sitting and listening in. So we will have to wait and see what his response or Shehbaz Sharif's statement is going to be at the SCO. Expect fireworks in the room. Even if it's albeit virtual. And then there is the Russian president who was looking at his own notes while Prime Minister Modi was speaking, and then listening in to the Prime Minister, Chinese President Xi Jinping present, as also the CIS state presidents present for the summit meeting, most of which will focus on the opening statements and the concluding remarks. Normally a summit has various sessions and theme-based sessions where the leadership discusses, but in this case, because it's a virtual summit, it's only one session today, and that's where the summit will conclude. There are two very important statements, one on cross-border terrorism that Prime Minister Modi spoke of, the other on the fact that there are going to be joint statements apart from the New Delhi declaration, which is going to be the joint communique after the conclusion of the summit. The two other joint statements are going to be on radicalization and digital transformation. So these are separate statements that are going to be put out, the focus being what India's presidency has been throughout, to focus on digital transformation, digital connectivity, trade when it comes to the digital format, as also the radicalization issue that Prime Minister Modi and India has been talking about, not just at this forum, but at various fora. We have been looking at, India has been looking at how radicalization has become a major issue and concern amongst youth and how to counter that. He also took a dig at those who sponsor terrorism such as Pakistan, saying that double speak and double standards should not be allowed, that there has to be one united front fighting not just terrorism, cross-border terrorism, but also terror financing. So significant statement there by Prime Minister Modi where he talks about one world, one home, and also emphasizes on India's theme this year, which is SCO Secure. Secure is an acronym which basically talks about various aspects of focus for India.
The SCO summit is also significant on many levels. This is also the first time that Russian President Vladimir Putin will be appearing right after the halted mutiny. Tell us a little more on that, and Iran also to be given full membership of the SCO for the first time.
Well, that's right. Iran and Belarus were two countries that had pitched for membership with the SCO, and while Belarus could be initiated as an observer, Iran's status will be converted into full member, and that is a significant. Again, this is a grouping which the West considers an anti-West bloc. India holds a very unique position, Nabila, where it works very well and engages the West, as also countries such as Russia, Iran, the CIS states, as well as China. And in this context, when it comes to security aspects, that will be a major part of the conversations, and there have been about 140 SCO events that India hosted through the year, and of which 14 of them were ministerial level. So a lot of conversations have gone into coming to this point where the summit is being held. In terms of security, yes, we saw the Russian president in person. Now he is going to also be addressing the summit. A lot of the conversation will also revolve around security, where the Russia-Ukraine war certainly will be discussed. The Russian president, we do not know whether he's going to really engage the grouping and the bloc to discuss the Wagner failed insurrection or not. It's something we'll have to wait and see. But yes, in context of security, Russia-Ukraine war will certainly come up. And in terms of the Wagner insurrection, Nabila, conversations have already been held bilaterally with Prime Minister Modi, and President Putin has made sure that all his allies and partner countries are informed. So there have been a lot of phone conversations that he's had ahead of the SCO summit itself, so that they know where Russia stands, what has happened as of now, as of today. And again, Belarus being an important country, the Wagner chief right now has taken asylum, is in Belarus. So there is going to be conversation on that front. But for now, the leadership is speaking at the SCO. We are also given to understand that some of the guest nations, there's also some guest invitees, including the United Nations Security Secretary General, could address the gathering.